look at these nails. They are busted, crusted, dusted, musted, everything. Like, they are really ugly right now, right? Don't worry, we about to change y'all that. Y'all know when we are in this view, we about to get these nails situated. All right, y'all, so I'm going to be using a new nail tip. These are from the brand Oh Love. I was going through my stash because I didn't know if I had any more BT Art Box. I couldn't find any at the moment, so I ordered another one, and it's supposed to come today. But I saw these, and I'm like, I kind of like the length. Y'all know I don't want nothing too long, but I honestly want to compare the lengths to the BT Art Box nails. They pretty much the same, y'all, but I swear when it comes to these, they kind of long for me still. Still kind of long. These are definitely, the BT Art Box is definitely thicker, and these are definitely able to be squeezed really, really. Ooh, wow, that's really flimsy. But I still want to try them out, y'all. I want to try them out. So we're going to go ahead and use these and save these for y'all or for a different video. All right, so I feel like I didn't give y'all a tutorial in a long time. So we are going to go ahead and size these out. Like I tell y'all in all my videos, I do know my number sizes for the nail tips, but each set is different or each brand is different. For the most part, I am a 0. So when you are choosing your nails, you want it to fit sidewall to sidewall, y'all. So there's no gaps right there. No gaps on this side. There's a small gap in like the corners of my nails. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's because the bottom of this is round and my nail bed is square. So I really just push my nail beds back, or the cuticle, whatever, y'all, whatever part that is, I push it back. And then kind of like put the nail underneath my skin, if that makes sense. Like just cover that gap. But 0s are always going to fit my thumb, and 0s are usually standard for most people. There are some girlies who have like really big nails or wide nails, and a lot of nails don't fit them, so they have to get their nails done professionally. But we're just going ahead and continuing on. This is a 4, and a 4 on the BT Art Box is usually my middle finger, but that is definitely not fitting. So as you can see, for one, it's like a pushback when you press it down because it doesn't fit, so it's like kind of popping back up. And then here, if I do press it all the way down, it fits on one side, but if you turn it to the other side, there is a gap. There's a gap. So the 4 fits better for my ring finger. And sometimes my ring finger and my pointer finger are like the same, but you definitely have to check each nail. I think we're gonna do the 4 for the ring finger. If I'm moving the table, y'all, I'm so sorry. Let's go to a 6, and like it starts at a 0, and the further down you go down the number line, the sizes get smaller. So I wanna try a 6 on my ring finger as well. No, I see a little gap. Since the 4 was for my ring finger, I think the 3 would be for my middle finger. Yep, the 3 is perfect for my middle finger. And then I want to try a 5 for the index finger, but I think we're going to go back to the 4. That's too small. And I kind of like, no, we're going to do 4s for the ring finger and the index finger. So that's why, y'all, it's really good to buy like this type of situation if you are starting out, opposed to the BT Art Box. Now these are thicker, and I feel like they do last a really, really long time. You don't need like too much builder gel for it. For these, you will need a lot of builder gel because as y'all see, it literally just bent out of shape. But this will be good to know your sizes and everything. Another good, well, I guess I just say that this is good because it comes with a lot. The BT Art Box comes with what? 60 nails? No, I'm lying, 150. 150 nails. But you really got like 5 sets. if you can go ahead and like make another set out of the other sizes. Some people are able to do that with like filing the extra nails to make it fit. I don't got time for that. We got our sizes. We are 0, 4, 3, 4, and what is this? 9. So these go from 0 to 9. Yeah, they go from 0 to 9. And then the BT art box goes from 0, I think, to like 13 or 14. Yeah, I think it's 14 because it's 15 on here. Yeah, so it goes from 0 to 14. So when I do my giveaways, I give y'all these, like one whole set of these, and y'all can determine whether or not y'all want to wear it once. Y'all could do the multiple wears. But when it comes to longevity, I like the BT Art Box. When it comes to price, I like any other brand. These is $15 a pop. Okay, so we have our tips all sized up, and now we're going to put it on our nail stands, y'all. I get all of my supplies either from Amazon, Temu, or Shein. I haven't been placing any orders for any nail supplies because I'm literally quite scared that somebody is going to take my money, okay? Or I won't get my package and I won't be able to get a refund. That's what I'm really scared about. I really want to place a nail haul or nail order on Shein because it's some new designs that I want to do. Oh wait, y'all, before I put this on here, we're going to go ahead and buff this shiny off, the shiny part. And this is this one step that y'all know that we don't do with the BT Art Box nails, but it does have the shiny film on it, or the shiny layer. So we're just going to buff that off with a buffer. And we do that just so the polish could adhere to the nail a little bit better. When I first started and I didn't do this step, I would do my nails. I'm thinking it's all cute and everything, y'all. And then the nail polish will start peeling on the corners or along the top. But I don't like this sound, and I'm pretty sure y'all don't either. I'm gonna go ahead and just buff this off really quick and show y'all the comparison, and then do the rest off camera. Y'all, the buffer has two different sides, like a rough side and a rough side that's not as rough as the first side. So you choose which side you want to use. Okay, so I seriously need to get me a dusting brush, but I use my alcohol wipes to wipe off the debris. But you can literally see the difference between the buff nail and the non-buff nail. Ooh, child, you see that shine? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue to do the rest for these. And I would put them on my nail stand, but we are going to go ahead and file off that tab first. Now, some people like to do all of the shaping and everything after they apply like the polish and the base coat that they're going to use, but I think that is so stupid. For one, after you put any type of gel polish, if you don't top coat it or matte coat it, it's going to be sticky. So if you go to file on a sticky base, you're literally going to have so much debris inside of your polish, on your nail and everything. But sometimes I do like to go ahead and just wipe it down with an alcohol wipe, but these nail tips, no, I won't do that again. The nails are all shaped, they are filed, they are buffed, they are square to my liking. Now, I did go ahead and wipe the dust off with some alcohol wipes, but the nail turned white. And that got me scared to put it inside the UV light. Sometimes nails will shrink, y'all. So hopefully that won't be the case, but we're gonna go in with the first step and applying some Beetle's base gel. A thin layer, y'all, thin layer. Child, school literally just started. In Philly, they only been in school for a week, not even a full week. It's only Thursday. But my whole thing is, it's been at least 2 weeks in that other state where that situation happened, and like, why? Like, it literally breaks my heart. Even though my kids are not in like in-person school, they go to online school, that's still a hurt piece to get that phone call when you sent your kids to school. So it's still white, y'all. I really don't know what's going on, and I hope it doesn't affect the shade of this pink, but we're going to be using this Beetle's Builder Gel in the shade D as in David, A008. Oh, child, I don't know what's going on today, y'all. Ooh, that white is pissing me off. But y'all, this is super, super thick, and she's so pretty. She is the prettiest shade of pink, y'all. Super cute. So it is thick, so you want to do thin layers. And you want to do thin layers because it would cure better, but we're going to go ahead and do this nail over the first two. But the thicker the layer is, the longer it will take to cure, and then it might not even cure at all. I don't like that, y'all. I think I need to do these two over because they are white and it's pissing me off, and I think it's going to change the shade of the color. So we're going to do those over really quick. So we went ahead, changed it out. Can y'all literally see the difference? Now we are finally going to go in with the Beetles Builder Gel. And y'all, I will have all of these products linked down below in my Amazon storefront or in the video, or both. Most likely it'll be both, because sometimes I can't find the products on YouTube, like their shopping little tab. Sometimes I can't find the product, or I don't trust the seller. So yeah, just definitely check the description for any links for my Amazon storefront. But y'all, again, you want thin layers. And I think we're going to do probably two coats. That's what I'm thinking right now. But we'll see how the pigment is once we go ahead and cure each layer. But definitely starting out with one thin layer. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. I really feel for those parents. Like I said, even though my kids go to online school, I still feel for those parents. And just like that situation happened there, just because my kids are on online school doesn't mean that they can't get hacked or situations like that. Their information can get leaked, addresses, things like that I still would have to be worried about too. So that's how it's looking with one coat. Still a little light, like a light sheer pink. But I needed to be darker. So we're going to cure this for 60 seconds and then go in with a second coat. All right, sweeties, this is the second coat. I think I'm going to go ahead and do one more thin layer of the pink builder gel. So we did 3 coats. We cured it for 60 seconds in between. And now we're going to go in with the matte coat because we can go and start our designs, y'all. So I do the matte coat. Child, I just got this and it's something in it already. Insane. So I like using the matte coat before any nail art because it just makes the design stand out a little bit more. Like your design is just going to look a little bit more sharper, neater, clearer. Do the matte coat before you do any nail art, even when you do your Frenchies, especially when you do your Frenchies, y'all, because it won't be like the shiny on the shiny. You won't get the glare from like the regular gel coat. Any color that you use in gel polish is going to be shiny. So to remove that shine, you want to use the matte coat. And then of course, we're going to cure in between each layer of polish for 60 seconds. Boom. Okay, so it's time to get into the nail art. We are going to be doing white Frenchies on all of the nails. I'm going to do one with y'all. I do not know how to explain it, y'all. I'm going to try my best, but I feel like there are a lot of visual learners, so yeah. So starting out with the Frenchie, I do the outlines first, and then I do the little line on the top. And I just started doing my Frenchies this way, probably within like the last 2 or 3 sets. But I basically make triangles on each corner and then round out the top. I feel like Frenchies take long regardless of your level, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced. I feel like it's going to take a little bit longer regardless, especially on the first nail of the set. This is the thumb, very first nail of the set. And y'all, I haven't been doing nails, so I'm a little rusty. So it's going to take me a good little minute to get into the groove of things. But you play around with it. You see how you will want your little smile line to be, how high up or how far down you want it to be, how wide or narrow you want it to be. And I will advise y'all to just look at the nail from every which way. Turn it upside down if you have to, just to see how that Frenchie is going, or just to see how it's turning out, and just so you can see if you missed any spots like underneath of the nail, on the side of the nail, because you can miss it if you're not looking. But I do like to just fill it all in. Once it's filled in, I do like to go back and just fix that smile line a little bit more to my liking. A lot of people like a narrow French, some people like a wide French, some people like a square French, but I just made mine the way that I like it. So y'all, I've been wanting this neon yellow French tip for the longest, and I thought I would be able to accomplish it with this pigment powder, but it's not really pigment powder. It's more like a glitter powder. I don't know how to explain it, and I didn't have the actual brush that goes with it, so I used a Q-tip. But the way that you use the pigment powder, if you have the right tools, the way that you use the pigment powder, you make your design, you cure it, but you don't do anything else to it. After you like cure it, you don't put no top coat, no matte coat. You cure it, and then you go in with your powder. Now, if you don't have the brush and you do want to use the Q-tip, you just have to wet the Q-tip a little bit so those hairs can be more compact and won't be on your polish. Y'all know me, I don't have time for the slow down. I have 4 children, so we ditched the little Q-tip and we just dunked it. And my lighting is completely off right here, but y'all, it's yellow. It's really, really yellow and it's cute. But after the dipping was done, we went ahead with the other 3 nails and top coated it with some matte coat. We cured it, and then I think I went in with some rhinestones, y'all. Now, after your Frenchies are done, you don't have to do the matte coat. You could just go ahead and with your top coat, but for some reason, I like to do the matte coat and then the top coat. I know it's a waste of polish, but I just feel like the matte coat just seals everything in and just still makes that design a little bit sharper. But anyway, we are using these rhinestones. These are like the bigger versions, and I don't really like them. I want like the smaller ones, but we have to use what we have. So you cannot see it, and I'm so upset with myself, but it has like those little gold beads in the middle. It's basically making like a flower, y'all. So we started out with a clear rhinestone, put a little layer of gold beads, and then the pink little rhinestones, and then the same thing over here without the silver bead. We just made a little cluster in the middle of the gold little round beads, and then pink rhinestones around. So that was on the middle finger, and then we moved on to the ring finger and the index finger. They have the same designs. So I put like the clear rhinestone in the middle and then just put the gold little beads all around. And then I did the same thing but with a pink rhinestone. So the pink rhinestone and those gold little beads all around. The beads, they not like flat back. They literally beads, y'all. Like little gold beads. They come in silver. But don't worry, everything will be linked down below. I honestly feel like this design will look right, or especially like the rhinestone flower thing. I think it would look so cute on a stiletto nail, a long stiletto nail. But y'all, right here, I went in with some top coat, and I didn't do the glitter part at first. But once I got to the middle finger, the ring finger, I decided to go ahead and just put the glitter, or the put the top coat on the glitter. But you want to make sure that you wipe off your little brush before you put it in the polish, because it's going to have a bunch of glitter inside the polish, and you don't want that. At this point, the nails was done. I did go ahead and buff my natural nail just so the nails can stick better and last a little bit longer. They're not that long, so I can still do my kids' hair with it. So we are going to try to keep these on for a good little minute. You want your nails to be completely dry before you go ahead and apply any glue or whatever. A lot of people use dehydrator and primer. I just use an alcohol wipe or some acetone. But I told y'all what I do when I go ahead and apply it. I just push my little cuticles back and then try to put the nail a little bit underneath my skin, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, I get so many compliments on my nails with people telling me they look so natural, and I think it's because of that trick. But the nails are done. They are cute, and I thank y'all so much for watching. If you have any nail ideas that you want to like perfect, or just want a tutorial on, or any nail art that you want a tutorial on, please let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, drop me the nail emoji or drop me a flower emoji. And I feel like if you gave me at least 15 minutes of your time, then you could go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, and share it with a friend. But I thank y'all so much. The nails are simple, they are cute, and they are so me.